Good evening, I'm Alice Gaynor.
And I'm Dick Brennan. Welcome to the news at 9. Tonight, hundreds of protesters crowded the streets of Manhattan following the deadly police shooting of a black man in Minnesota.
Here's a look over Times Square where demonstrators continue to rally tonight. The man's girlfriend live streamed the aftermath of the incident on Facebook.
You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
The Justice Department says it will monitor the state's investigation in Minnesota. Let's head out live to Union Square where protesters began their rally before marching across the city tonight. Tracee.
There is still a small group of protesters out here, but there are several more groups marching throughout the city. They've been on the move for about 3 hours now. This is all in response to 2 deadly police-involved shootings in Louisiana and Minnesota. Tonight, many out here are calling for change. Protesters took to the streets of Manhattan as NYPD officers stood their ground. The rally of nearly 500 people left Union Square with signs, chants, and demands of justice for Alton Sterling and Philando Castile.
I think everyone's sick of talking about it. Everyone wants to do something about it, and no one really knows what to do right now except to come together and protest.
Feelings of anxiety, feelings of fear, feelings of discomfort, feelings of shame, and just overall outcry.
Mayor Bill de Blasio sharing some of these same thoughts.
Just like so many Americans, I'm just reeling from having watched these videos.
Mayor Bill de Blasio speaking at a news conference today about the heat. He couldn't ignore the recent police-involved shootings in Louisiana and Minnesota. De Blasio criticizing the training of these officers.
What were they told about the way to do their job? Because it's not the right way. When you look at those 2 videos, it's very hard to believe that bias was not a part of the equation because of the level of overreaction.
The mayor pointing out the city's decision to retrain all officers on de-escalation approaches, an effort to avoid a similar situation.
It is making a difference, but it's necessary all over the country.
De Blasio says NYPD officers will be retrained annually on these practices to avoid improper use of force. He says the city is also moving aggressively to get body cameras for all officers. But in the heat of the moment, will this type of training for police officers really work?
It matters enormously. If the training isn't given and an untoward circumstance occurs, it's can be considered an issue of negligence.
Experts say each situation is different and hard to predict.
In nanoseconds, the police officers have to make decisions. Not easy to do.
These shootings touching de Blasio much deeper as the father of a biracial son. Today, his advice to Dante, unwavering.
As a parent, the message we're trying to get across is do exactly what the officer says. But that also has to be a message to our officers to recognize that every one of these situations is being watched so closely, and we want our young people of color to have faith that they follow the instructions of a police officer, they'll come out okay.
You can see police officers are posted up here at Union Square in case the protesters return. Now, we've heard some reports of arrests but have not been able to confirm an exact number with police. We're live tonight from Union Square. Tracee Carrasco, TV 1055.
Thank you, Tracee.